Welcome to Moms in Real Estate. I'm Kristen Cantrell, a community builder, an entrepreneur, an agent, and a mom. This podcast is for moms that are navigating business and life, and we're not pretending that we have it all together. So let's dive into our first episode. Welcome to the first episode of Moms in Real Estate in 2026. I am so glad that you're here, and I am so excited because we just launched Moms in Real Estate 3.0. And I want to tell you what that's all about. And I also want to share the history of Moms in Real Estate with you and what to expect this year in the Moms in Real Estate podcast.
Hello, this is Barbara with Your Tax Coach, and I help real estate agents save money in taxes. The tax tip of the day is please stop taking mileage. Real estate agents, too many of you take the mileage deduction when the actual method could be saving you tens of thousands of dollars more. Hear me out. If you have a business vehicle that's over 6,000 pounds, things like an Escalade, a Range Rover, or big SUVs, you could be taking the actual method, meaning you can depreciate 40% of the vehicle upfront this year in 2025. So let's say you bought a $50,000 4Runner, and even if you're financing it, you get to take a $20,000 deduction this year. Plus, when you take the actual method, you then also get to take gas, repairs, insurance, registration, anything and everything related to your business vehicle. So instead of taking mileage, look into the actual method. And if you want more tax tips and tricks, follow Your Tax Coach.
So what's so cool, you guys, is my son just turned 11 years old this month. And I always think about Moms in Real Estate and how old he is because he was just 1 year old when we started this podcast. And the reason it started was I was trying to figure out how can I be around other moms in real estate. And I had a 1 year old and I had a newborn. And my idea was I wanted to start this mastermind where we met once a month and I would start to be in community with other moms in real estate. A friend of mine wanted me to do a talk show, and they said I was going to be like Ellen. And the idea was so scary, but it was like, let's do a talk show, have you be the host and interview moms in real estate. And we ended up doing that, and it was so much fun. We did it for years, and we did it a lot locally where we interviewed moms in real estate we did themes. We would do sports moms in real estate, prospecting moms in real estate, all these different themes. And we just had a ball, and we showed up every single Thursday for a very long time. We did shift and we did moms in business for a while, and then we went back to moms in real estate and started doing it nationwide and growing this nationwide brand. And a handful of years ago, my partner in it, she decided that she wanted to focus on more marriage stuff and do a marriage podcast. And at that point, I did it on my own, and it was Moms in Real Estate 2.0, and kind of started taking it a lot more seriously on how we could really take this podcast and the brand to the next level. We did rebrand, and I had a friend reach out to me, and she was actually an acquaintance at the time, and asked me, she said, I see that you have this podcast, and I also see that you have this Facebook group. The podcast, it looks like you're really active on, but this Facebook group, it's kind of dead. And it was. I didn't know how to run a Facebook group. I just posted podcast episodes in it here and there as we launched them. And we had a handful of 1,000 people. I think we had like 2,400 people in it at the time when she reached out to me. And she said, I'm looking for a new community to plug into, and I know how to run Facebook groups. And she said, is there any room for me in there? And I was like, heck yeah, I love this. For a couple of reasons. One is, I love doing things with people, doing things alone. Actually, doing this podcast episode alone is like really hard for me. But I hate doing things alone. And I loved that there's this other piece of my business that I was completely neglecting, and I didn't have any expertise in running a Facebook group. So bringing her in was a really quick yes for me. And we've become such close friends. And if you guys are in the Moms in Real Estate Facebook community, you will see that we have grown that group and turned it into such a fun business of ours that has 41,000 women in it across the United States. And it's only been like a year and a half, you guys. So Moms in Real Estate 2.0 was just this huge, huge growth season for us. And we were really just figuring out what that looked like to run that Facebook community. We hired a VA, we hired a handful of girls to help us with it. And what it looks like today is so different than what it looked like a year and a half ago. We have an ambassador group. We have real estate partners that own different businesses that are able to pour into our community. We do master classes. We do morning shows. We do marketing meetups. There's so much free value in that group. So many connections, you guys. We launched a referral network last year so that all the moms in real estate, when they're posting looking for referrals, which happens all day long in the group, they can actually go to our referral network and they can find a mom in real estate that they can connect for a referral partner. So it's really grown. It's been so much fun seeing like just the evolution, and what got us to where we are today is not what's going to get us to where we want to go. And so that's why we did Moms in Real Estate 3.0. We're like, let's do a full rebrand, which was so needed, you guys. Randy just flew out here yesterday. She was here with her daughter, Jordy, and my sister who works for the company too, Courtney. Everyone, we all got together and we went and did a branding photo shoot, which was so much fun. And we completely did all of new logos and new colors. And it's just been so fun because I'm so excited for this group, and I love a good brand refresh, and I love just this next version of us. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of background on like where we've come from and where we're at today. And, you know, one of the things I always say, there's so many different ways to plug in, whether it's free ways or paid ways. But I hear every single week from female real estate agents specifically how lonely they are. And so I always have wanted to have multiple different ways for them to be in community, whether it's online or in person. And so this Facebook community, I really want the women in real estate to feel like when I'm there, everybody's nice. I can post something and there's not judgment. I feel supported. I've built friendships in here. And it really is that group. So I just want everyone to know that that is a space for you. If you are feeling lonely, we would love to have you. Hey girls, did you know Moms in Real Estate has a referral network? That's right, we do. You guys have to check it out. It's called the Moms in Real Estate Referral Network on mirereferralnetwork.com. And you can search for moms in real estate all across the United States that can be your referral partners. Make sure to check it out now. And as far as where we're going, you guys, we're the same. We have the same core values. We are completely relationship driven. We don't need to be this like 80,000 person group. That's not like our goal. Our goal is to really go deep with our members. And if we grow, we grow. But the main goal is just like, we really want to get to know people on a deeper level this year. So we'd love to have you for the podcast. What's changing is, you know, this has been something that's been like ingrained in me for a decade, that we show up every single Thursday and drop a new podcast episode. What's been so fun about it is I love building relationships with people, and I love giving them a platform to share their story. I have the platform in multiple different ways, and for me to be able to say like, hey, you're so awesome, and I want you to share your story, and here's a podcast where you can do that, that just like lights me up. So we are continuing to do that. But we're also going to do some solo episodes that are really tactical too. So we'll have some solo episodes. We'll have guests come in, and then we also want a community element. So some of the podcast episodes will be people from the Facebook group that have asked a series of questions that we're going to answer on the podcast. So it's going to change a little bit. The other thing is we're going to do seasons. I told you it was like every Thursday for so long. But what we thought was like, how cool would it be if we did seasons just like when our kids are in school? So when our kids are off, the podcast is off. And so that's how we're going to show up. And it's going to be a really, really fun year. And I am so glad that you're here. And if you want to be on the podcast, also make sure you check out the show notes, because I will have a questionnaire in there for you to fill out and tell me why you think you should be on the podcast. Send me your Instagram handle. Shoot me a message on Instagram and tell me why you want to be on the podcast, and we need to get you on. We'll see you guys around. If you like this episode, make sure to like and to subscribe so that we show up in your feed. And if you want to stay close, make sure to check out the show notes, because I have a lot of ways for you to do that.